barbell hip thrust. I prefer being set up by the bench press bench here, as it's a heavier bench, doesn't slide around. If someone else is using this bench, use any other loose bench that's lying around. You'll just want to push it up against the wall so it doesn't slide around underneath you. You want to have confidence in that. When you're doing this with a bar, very often you're doing it with, or when you start out with, you're working with weights that are so small that if you start out with yourself, it's hard to position them on your hips. So I like setting 2 of these blocks underneath here for the weights to sit on. That way you can nicely slide under the bar and get yourself positioned. It won't interfere with your up and down thrusting, as you don't actually go down to the floor depth with smaller weights. So this way, as your plates get bigger, you can like take a block away, and once you get up to like a 45-pound plate, then you don't need the blocks at all in order to be able to get underneath there. For example, if I'm here by myself, I cannot sit down and then grab this bar and put it onto myself simply because it's too heavy. It's an awkward position, right? With a dumbbell it would work, but with a bar you need a little bit of help if you don't have someone like a friend here to help you set it up. So this is how I do it for myself. I just put a couple blocks down here, both ends, set it up so that I like having it so that they're sitting nicely in a circle in the middle. That's a nice anchor for them so they don't roll around in there. So once you have that set up, then you can get yourself in position to do the actual exercise, which for that, it is up to you if you want to use band. If you want to do banded hip thrusts, that helps activate the outer glutes, the outer thighs. So that's an optional one. It activates more all around, but like I said, it's optional. So for this, you get underneath the bar. Like I said, you kind of have to slide underneath it. So this you would not be able to do if you did not have these blocks at the end, because the bar would be lower to the ground, you would fit underneath it, and you can't just go and pick up the bar and position it. Make sure the bar is centered with you and the bench. You want it nicely centered. Once this starts getting heavy, you can put like a piece of foam or something underneath it to protect yourself so it doesn't hurt. When you're starting out, it's not that bad. So pull your legs up. Get the bench positioned on your upper mid-back, like right around your bra line, and you don't want to be resting on your neck at all. When you're doing this, you don't want to end up hurting yourself, and you don't either want it too low. So I usually say to the women, right around your bra strap line is right about the correct position for that. Your knees, once again, about shoulder width apart, and push up. Don't let your knees wiggle at all in the up and down, and also keep the weight flat on your feet. Don't be pushing to your toes or more with the heels or something like that. Keep it flat on the feet. I like to say once you've done 10 reps of these, then hold it for 10 seconds. So extra activation for you there. So yeah, once you're done, just position it back in here, slide yourself out, and you're done.